Cars from the past will be racing through Shenley Park next weekend in the 33rd edition of the Vintage Grand Prix. But the first races involving historic cars begin tomorrow at a new and improved racetrack in Beaver County. Dave Crawley has the story now, new at 6.
0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. John Putzier opens it up in his replica 65 AC Cobra. That's too much power to compete in next week's Vintage Grand Prix.
I love it.
But it's just right.
Drivers, to your cars!
For a spot in the parade line in Wampum. 24 sports cars turned out to dedicate the Pittsburgh International Race Complex, Pitt Race for short, and a flag-bearing parachutist even dropped in for the occasion. The former Beaver Run track has nearly doubled in size. Improvements to what is now a 2.8-mile track were made by co-owner Kathy Stout and her husband Jim.
The mileage is really in line in a new track. The grooming of it, the looks of it, the paving, it's just really coming together.
The Ohio couple also races in matching SRT Vipers.
It's all about passion, crazy passion. We're adrenaline junkies, and I guess we needed more stress in our life.
Historic muscle cars will race in Wampum this weekend, with vintage cars slated for next week in Shenley Park.
We had 200 cars this year, a new record for us.
Grand Prix director Dan Del Bianco says there are two different races.
This first weekend here at Pitt Race we call historic racing, and in a sense it's kind of cars 1960 and newer. Shenley Park is 1960 and earlier. There's some crossover obviously, but that's kind of the difference between historic and vintage, so it gives us the best of both worlds.
Proceeds will benefit the Pittsburgh Autism Society and the Allegheny Valley School. Crossing the finish line at Pitt Race, I'm Dave Crawley.